Violence in the classroom is a big problem. Last week, we aired a story with former and current Salem-Keizer educators who spoke candidly about their experiences in the classroom. Like many districts across the state and country, Salem-Keizer leaders say the district has experienced more disruptive behavior from students this year. It can sometimes turn violent. The story hit a nerve with many of you. We got a lot of comments on social media and emails. One of them from Shelley says, the vice superintendent said suspensions were down this school year due to several changes made in the district. What was not clear in the story was that schools are being told not to suspend students. Staff are not able to give students consequences for skipping school, being chronically tardy to classes, or worse, swearing and threatening staff. The new programs the district reports implementing are making the classrooms a miserable place to be. As always, we value your questions. Thanks for sending them in. Now, to address Shelley's question, we're bringing in Christine Petewanich. Christine, any answer for Shelley?
Well, Pat, I did speak with the assistant superintendent for Salem-Keizer Public Schools, and he did not say anything about schools being told not to suspend students. In fact, he pointed me to a number, roughly 5,000 suspensions. That is down, but he also said with 65 schools district-wide, it's possible there's room for misinterpretation.
And so, for instance, if we said publicly that we believe in restorative practices, some could have misinterpreted that as don't send kids out of class even if they're being disruptive, or we're not going to suspend kids at all, or we just have to deal with negative behaviors internally. I certainly hope that that's not the reason that number is down, and I really.
Again, that is Ethan Udosnita, the assistant superintendent for the district. You may have heard him just talk about restorative practices. Well, he says the district is layering on an educational component to student discipline. So in part, maybe talking to a student about what they did wrong, why it was wrong, and then giving them tools to make better decisions in the future. Udosnita says those types of strategies have been fairly effective.
All right, and we got a bunch of emails. Another one is from Ann. She writes, I've worked in the K-12 public schools since the 80s. Like many careers, teachers have increasingly taken on more class size, technology, curriculum, students with special needs, and discipline, to name just a few. At the same time, budgets for social services have been slashed. At what point do we look at the big picture for gun violence, violence in schools, growing gangs as issues that need multiple means of support? Christine, any insights on that one?
Well, I mean, we've talked to teachers throughout the pandemic from various school districts, and universally, we have found that they've said, hey, you know what, our plates are full, more than too full. We've consistently heard from teachers who say that they would benefit from more support, more resources in the classroom. Today, I had a chance to speak to the president of the Salem-Keizer Education Association, and she says, while these really extreme violent behaviors are not happening at every school in the district, in the classrooms where they are happening, those students need so many more resources, so much more help beyond what individual teachers or the district even can provide. She says what needs to happen is getting more funding from federal and state sources for programs specifically aimed for kids who have very high levels of need. Pat?
All right. Thank you, Christine.